Hey everyone, welcome to October's Pickups. It is currently Halloween, so happy Halloween, everybody. You'll probably be either viewing this just after I uploaded it, because it's now going on 11:58, so technically the day's almost over. So November 1st is probably when you'll be seeing this most. It's been a kind of a lot busier month than I had originally thought it would be. A couple good things came out. I do want to mention I forgot one game last month, which I want to actually bring out now. Probably one of the biggest special editions that I've actually come across for a while, but this is for Danganronpa 3 for the Vita. Came with this half backpack kind of school bag. It's got the little design on it here for the school. Inside, which is actually kind of cool. I don't think I'll ever use this backpack, but I thought it was neat that they packed everything inside here. But it came with these headphones, which actually look really nice. I might end up using these. But they've got Monokuma on one side, and then on the other it just says Danganronpa or DR. But nice little cushy headsets. Kind of like that. I have to use those for my Vita, since all I have are earbuds. But it also came with the game itself, which I haven't actually opened yet. So this is the collector's box for the PlayStation Vita. Some really nice art on this. Whole cast on the back side. Inside, it actually says portable device right there on the top there. The other one has a home console device, I believe, to tell you the difference between the PlayStation Vita and the PS4. And I believe this comes with a art book and a soundtrack inside. And I don't quite remember what else. It doesn't really tell you, but that's actually really cool. It also did come with a hat. Just here. And it's got the design on the side of it. That's kind of cool. It's actually a hat I actually wear. They got quite a bit for this, and it was maybe, I don't remember what Nice America was selling it for. I had pre-ordered it like the instant it came out. I'm a sucker for that, but I thought that was really cool. So pretty neat collectors there. Digging into the Dreamcast stuff, which I'm excited about. I did find a copy of Hydro Thunder, the Sega All-Stars version. So now I have them all except for Ready to Rumble, which is going to be the hardest one to track down because I have not seen any of those on eBay whatsoever. I've come across some during Facebook groups, but unfortunately nobody's willing to kind of deal with me, and I have nothing really for trade. So we'll see how long it's going to take me to do that, but that's part of the fun, is trying to track down that stuff. So I also, my local store, surprisingly, got in some Dreamcast imports. I had most of the games. They had like Resident Evil 2, Code Veronica, Zombie Revenge, and I don't remember the. They also had July, which is one game I don't have, but it was more of a visual novel. And with the fact I'm not very good at reading Japanese, I figured that I'll have to pass on that one. But the cover was really nice. The one I did get though is you can play it through without really knowing too much. It's kind of self-explanatory. There is some Japanese in it, but it's more of a virtual on clone, and that's called Frame Gride, which looks like a really cool one-on-one mech fighting game, arena type thing. It almost looks like the new Gundam Versus in a sense, where you can actually customize your robot. You can change the head, the body, the weapons. You can actually color them in. And I actually want to stream this at some point, because this seems really fun, and I don't think very many people have actually seen this game. I did get one PSP game. Actually, Matt gave me this. He found it. It was a Black Label version of Castlevania, Chronicle X, which includes the Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night for the PSP. Thought that was really cool. For Vita, of course, I picked up Bad Apple Wars, which came with a art book and the game itself. Another visual novel. It got some pretty mediocre reviews. I don't think I would enjoy it too much, but the one that's been hyped up mostly, and this is from Colin on the Sega Addicts, he really pushes this one. This is Chaos Child. This is exclusive to Amazon. It's not sold at GameStop. So if you're looking for this, this is by P-Cube. Rice Digital over in Europe did have a American version collector's edition for this, but with their shipping costs, it's really expensive. And I've been trying to ease off some of the collector's editions if possible like that, and just getting the normal releases. So if you're looking for this, again, Amazon.com. It is a visual novel, and by the same group that did Steins Gate, and I really enjoyed the Steins Gate series. So I'm actually going to put this at the top of my list and get around to seeing what this one's like. Yomawari Midnight Shadows came out this month, another survival horror game for the Vita. This is the second in the series. I'm not sure if this follows or if it's a completely different story, but it's kind of along the same thing, where you're just trying to outrun the monsters. You play as a little girl looking for her sister, and all you have is a flashlight as your weapon and defense. So it's pretty cool. This is one of the better games they recommend, mostly for the fact that if you wear your headphones on this playing this game, it gives you kind of a real in-depth feeling for the sound for it. So I recommend these series if you can actually find it. That's Yomawari again, and there are 2 of them. Also, another exclusive, Fangamer released a physical version of Undertale. And they released this collector's edition, which has a soundtrack, art book, and the locket. The locket's pretty decent condition for what it is. I mean, it doesn't look. It looks kind of cheap, but it's really not. It's a good, solid feel to it. I'm not really taking out of the package, but along with that, we sent you some some stickers, along with some advertisements, and kind of like a little mini postcard. I'm not sure what this is on the backside, but. That's kind of cool. I haven't actually played Undertale yet. Moving on to PlayStation 4. I've been waiting for this to come down in price. I like the Warriors series, or at least the Dynasty Warriors Gundam series, more specifically, I enjoyed. But I thought I'd pick this up because it had the girls from Dead or Alive in it, and some other characters from the various other games from Koei Tecmo. And that's Warriors All-Stars. I was not going to pay $60 for this game. It finally dropped down to around $40, and then with used for the Elite, I got it around $33, which was pretty good. Along with that, I picked up God Eater 2. This is one that's been on my list for a while to kind of get. I did get this used, so the code for God Eater Resurrection was already redeemed. So unfortunately, I didn't get that. I thought I'd get lucky and get the 2 games, but it's $20 if I really want to get that for the Vita or PSP or whatever. Raiden 5 finally was released. This is the collector's edition with the soundtrack. Again, this is an Amazon exclusive by UFO and Moss. A lot of people were disappointed by this release. They said it's a lot of text, a lot of distractions on the screen. They weren't impressed with this. It's kind of a far cry from the original formula from the Raiden series. But I want to give it a try and see, and I always want more shmups for my systems. So, speaking of shmups, Limited Run also released Galadrius, and I did show this one off in a past video where I had the Japanese import, because I didn't think that they were going to bring this over to the US. So this has different box art. It does have the same manual and art book inside as the Play Asia version has. So the only difference really is you're getting it in English, and it's got a different cover. Along with that, Limited Run is giving up some of the little collector cards or whatever. So this is the one I got. It's a silver edition. I rarely get the gold ones. I think I only have like 1 or 2 of the gold out of their set. But each game that you order from Limited Run come with 1 or 2 cards if you're lucky. Every once in a while I've heard people getting 1 or 2 as an extra trade-off if they're trying to get that. And so far there's over 60 cards in the collection. I have nowhere near that, especially with all the Vita games that I bought from for the last 2 years. I've maybe got 15, if that, and then a couple of the PS4. But that's a whole different matter of collecting there. That's crazy. Big thing I got, which is kind of weird, coming from me who's being more of a big Sega fan. I don't know why I got this. It was kind of an impulse buy. I'm kind of ashamed of it in a sense, but at the same time it's kind of cool. Because even when I was young, I did play Nintendo back in the day. It wasn't my favorite thing. There was a kid down the street who had a Super Nintendo, and I'd come over every once in a while, and we'd play like Mario's Missing, or Mario All-Stars, or whatever, or Yoshi's Island. So more nostalgic of that. Plus my sister actually enjoyed a lot of those older games. She was more in tune with the Super Nintendo. So I don't know, maybe this might be a Christmas gift for her, but I did end up getting the Super Nintendo. Mini. So I have no idea. I haven't opened it. I haven't played it. I don't know. It might become a Christmas gift for family. I don't know. I feel dirty touching it, which is kind of weird. I guess most people would probably flame me for that, but most people know I'm a Sega guy. I never grew up with the Super Nintendo. Sure, Super Mario World was cool. It's got Metroid, or Super Metroid on it. F-Zero, I could probably go for. Final Fantasy 3, which I had on the Nintendo 3DS. Secret of Mana, they're getting a remake for that, so who knows? But yeah, so good stuff this month. Next month will be even busier, especially for Vita. I doubt I'll get anything for Dreamcast or Saturn. Saturn's pretty much dried up around here. I haven't seen Saturn games in a while. At least ones that I don't already have. So we'll see. You never know. But I guess that's it for now. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.